Please subscribe my channel. I never imagined that one small fight could change everything between us, but now, when I look back, I can see clearly how fast things got out of hand. My name is Emily. I'm 27 and I always believed my relationship with Jason was strong. We had been together for 4 years, sharing a home for the last 2, and I truly felt we had created something solid and lasting. Jason was my steady place in the middle of chaos, the type of guy who almost never raised his voice, who would listen to my bad moods without complaining, and who always looked for the best in me. That gentle patience and quiet strength were big reasons why I loved him so much. But they were also the things I started to take for granted. That night we were home, alone after a tiring day. I had been feeling stressed and annoyed from work, plus a growing feeling that Jason didn't always get me. We began arguing over something small at first, a missed phone call, a forgotten task, or a little disagreement about plans for the weekend, but the anger grew quickly. My frustration boiled over, and before I knew it, the words came out. "You know, you're not like Ryan," I said, my tone sharper than I meant, talking about my old boyfriend. Ryan at least knew how to deal with things. You just shut down. The words stayed in the air, and for a second, I thought Jason would let it go. He had always been patient and let me blow off steam, even when I wasn't being fair. But this time felt different. I saw his jaw tighten, his eyes grow a little cold, and the mood in the room changed. The calm I loved so much was gone, replaced by a quiet, strong silence I didn't know. I tried to fix it fast, giving an awkward laugh, and trying to turn it into a joke. I didn't mean it that way, I added, hoping to make it less hurtful. I was just upset. "You know, I love you, Jason." But he didn't reply. He just stood there for a moment looking at me, then walked to the window and stared outside as if my words had built a wall between us. I didn't know what to do. Panic started to rise inside me, mixed with fear and shock. "Jason, come on," I said, moving closer. "You're making this bigger than it is. It's not that bad." Finally, he turned to me, his face hard to read, but serious. "This isn't just about tonight, Emily," he said, his voice steady but full of feeling. "It's about respect. It's about how you make me feel. Comparing me to someone else and putting me in the shadow of your past. It hurts more than you realize." I swallowed hard, seeing that I had gone too far. I tried to explain and say sorry, but everything I said sounded empty. The more I talked, the farther away he seemed. There was no yelling or big drama, just a quiet strength that scared me more than anger ever could. I felt the heaviness of the moment as he started to pick up his things. My heart pounded. "Wait," I said. "Please, Jason, don't do this over something I said when I was mad. We can talk it through." He shook his head slowly, and the calm in his eyes now had a sense of finality I had never seen. "No, Emily, I've tried to be patient. I've tried to understand. But tonight, I saw something I can't overlook anymore." Before I could answer, he walked past me, grabbed his jacket, and left the apartment. The door closed with a soft click, but it felt like a heavy blow to my chest. I stood there in shock, feeling how empty the place suddenly seemed, as if it had grown twice as big without him, the person who had always been my support. The hours after that were awful. I tried calling and texting, begging him to come back, explaining that I didn't really mean it, that I was just upset, and that he was the one I truly loved. Every message went unread. Every call went to voicemail. In the quiet apartment, I could hear my own heartbeat. With each passing minute, the truth hit me harder. Jason wasn't just mad. He was gone, at least for that night, and maybe for a lot longer. By the next morning, I had to accept what happened. My anger, my annoyance, and that careless comparison to someone else. It had all added up over time, and I had finally gone too far. I used to think His calm nature would handle anything. That his patience had no end, but I learned it did. That quiet strength wasn't weakness. It was steady and thoughtful, and it could choose to walk away when respect kept getting ignored, even though I wished he would return, forgive me, and treat it like just a dumb fight. I knew this wasn't only about that one moment. It was about all the little things I had done over time. The times I brushed him off or made small digs that slowly wore down the trust and respect in our relationship. Sitting alone and looking through old pictures of us, I felt a deep wave of regret. The man I had compared to my past, the one I thought would never leave, had taught me a lesson I would always remember. Love, I realized, isn't enough without respect. And respect, once it's gone, can't just be asked for back with words. I spent the rest of the day going over the fight in my mind. Every word, every look, every forced laugh that hit a real hurt. I thought about how I had undervalued him, how I assumed his patience would never run out, and how I missed the quiet signs he had given me over the years. Those small changes in his face or voice were warnings I ignored until everything became clear in the worst way. By evening, he still hadn't come back or reached out. The apartment felt colder and lonelier, and I understood that no sorry or explanation could fix it right away. I had learned the hard way that words are powerful. They can hurt, wound deeply, and change a relationship in an instant. And patience, no matter how strong, does have its limits.